He's hosting right now around the corner. All right, here we are. Patrice O'Neal. Shut the fuck up, Robinson. Fat-headed retard. I'll fucking throw you back over there. Shut up. Shut up. I've been drinking and I'm feeling violent. Patrice O'Neal's roast. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight the world's hungry will feast on roasted filet of hack. Fuck you. Nobody in here even knows your name. Shut up. Patrice, I'd like to start by listing a few things that I truly feel sorry for. Your feet, your chair, your belt, your toilet, and your mother's uterus. Now let's get started. You fat, obnoxious prick. You giant waste of human life, you reason for all pain, sorrow, and remorse. You are truly nothing more than a giant shit stain on the filthy underwear that is the comedy business. I would call you pretentious, which is defined as expressing excessive or unwarranted importance, worth, or stature. But I'm pretty sure you wouldn't be able to spell it. So for tonight, let's stick to things like fat and dumb. In England, Patrice is a little girl's name. Here in the U.S., it's a name you give a child that you hate, regardless of sex. Here are a few names I think might be more appropriate. Fat fuck. Fatty fat fucker. Hack squatch. Really fat Albert. The Pepsi Cola fat ass. Furious George, Feed the Children, Food Spot, and my personal favorite, Grimace. Please do us all a favor. Eat a cake and kill yourself. Jim Norton. It is hard to write an insult about a man whose physical appearance is so insulting in itself. It's hard to hurt a man who has to get up every day and see that face looking back at himself in the mirror, horrified. You look like one of those stress dolls whose ears pop out when you squeeze his head. Except you're uglier and stupider. You've always been one of my favorites, Jim, but don't let it go to your head. I only know 2 other pedophiles. And they're both here tonight. What do you say to a man who's made a name for himself by telling baby rape jokes and paying people to piss and shit on him? You twisted little freak of a man. You look like that pathetic little bird from Bugs Bunny who couldn't catch anything for dinner. Except he was cute. You're living proof that even pseudo-celebrity status can make an ugly man seem attractive to a transvestite hooker who was stranded at a truck stop. You look like a giant albino sea turtle that accidentally swam out of his shell and washed up on the beach dead. I've never known anyone who had such a collection of hideously ugly clothing and the awful pear-shaped body to match. Until I met Keith Robinson. Shut up, whore. Keith, you have the worst sweater collection in history. Sinbad would be appalled at your wardrobe and your act. You horrible hack. You have no chance of success, and you know it. That's why the words, God damn it, come out of your mouth at least 100 times in every boring set that you do. You look like an older version of Martin Lawrence if he was out of shape, lonely, and unsuccessful. Unsuccessful, which is a brand new term. You should have stuck with wrestling. I'm sure the Black Scorpion had a better career path a better career path than Keith Goddammit Robinson ever will. And I know he had a better outfit. You took little Kev under your wing and he ripped it off and flew away with it. Shut up, you showed up just in time. He took little Kev under your wing, he ripped it off and flew away with it, leaving you with one wing flying in circles between New York and Philadelphia forever. Quit now so that both of your shitty cars can finally have a rest.
Nice.
Rich Voss. All right. Here's
Oh my God!
the first thing I wrote about Voss. Shut up! Shut up!
Shut up, Keith.
It better be just as good as that shit you wrote about me, you asshole.
He likes Voss better.
Or-
So far, I give this roast 3 stars.
You've been sitting on that all night. I really feel sorry for that comment. I'm trapped under that fucking fat ass for 3 hours. Mo, why'd you have to give him a chair with arms on it? You knew he wasn't going to fit. He's inadvertently going to carry that all the way to the parking garage. Am I up to 4 stars yet, you fat fuck? First thing about Rich Voss I wrote more than a week ago. That is the ugliest fucking suit I have ever seen. And I saw the one you wore to the last roast. As we speak, you're probably on Last Comic Standing, which I prefer to call Voss's Last Stand. Tell me, did you win, or did you get to the final round and have another anxiety asthma attack and get wheeled out while some other open micer collected the prizes in glory? You're a giant retarded midget. If you are the last comic standing, it's only because they thought you were sitting down. You have the body of a mutant 12-year-old, teeth like Tony Robbins, the hands of a circus midget, and your skin looks like it was made from an old saddlebag. You are the only non-Asian I know who is constantly squinting, and it certainly isn't because of the brightness of your future. I got a lot more, fuckers. I'm an angry man. You super neurotic has-been wannabe. Sell that fake Rolex and buy your children some food and clothes. Trade in that knockoff Mercedes kit car and try not to spend all the cash on trips to the tanning salon. And don't say, no, I don't go to tanning salons. I was headlining in Florida. Everybody knows it's bullshit. Somewhere in the slums of central Jersey, there's a tanning salon owner with a 4-bedroom house that's completely paid for. Between gambling and tanning, you must spend twice your annual income. You are a pathetic fucking idiot, and you look like a jockey who stole his horse's teeth. Now let's talk about Greg Giraldo. Greg Giraldo, tough guy of late, has been going around starting fights with audience members and picking on big bad dudes like Greg Rogel and Dan Natterman. Why didn't you pick on somebody your own size, like Lisa Lampanelli? You are always well prepared on Tough Crowd. A little too well, actually. It's kind of annoying to watch you there in that smarmy I went to Harvard face and those too tight shirts with your beauty school hairdo. If you looked any gayer on the show, Jim David would have 2 less TV credits. It's time to make a choice, Greg. Harvard know-it-all, drunken Mexican street fighter, or Chelsea hairdresser. I leave it to you.
Hey, I've never heard you be funny before.
Sit down. That almost got it.
Is there a light?
No, shut up. If there's anyone in this room who could never complain about somebody going over, it's you, you fat-headed asshole. Shut the fuck up. I got another half an hour.
Jesus.
Pull another fucking Star Search joke out of your fat hole.
10 years in the making. Go ahead.
That's right. And everybody's going to sit through every fucking rotten minute of it.
Hey, did DC help you write this?
Shut up. I wrote it myself. I started in 1993.
God damn!
This is like a therapeutic... I don't really live there, dummy. It's a joke. Bobby Kelly.
What did you write on the
Bob, shut up.
application?
You guys are enjoying this too much.
Hurry up!
What do you think is slowing me down? Bobby Kelly. Bobby, I feel for you, man. I got everybody. My alcohol problem. 40 years ago, when you started doing comedy, you were sucking dick for crack. Shut the fuck up. I'm not leaving until I'm done, so you fuckers better shut up and so we can get done with this shit.
Get something to drink.
Yeah. Like we don't all know you mean eat. Fuckers better let me finish this shit, god damn it. Bobby Kelly, I really feel for you, man. It can't be easy waking up every day knowing that you'll never live up to your website. I'd call you fat and stupid, but that would be like calling the sky blue. It's been said so many times you don't even argue anymore. You just go, yeah, I'm stupid, so what? So you're stupid, that's what, you fat dope. If Kryptonuts is the best thing you could come up with, maybe you should move back to Saugus and tell them all how tough it was living here in Manhattan. And while we're at it, you runaway Bob's Big Boy sign. There is no such thing as a porcupine, papa poo-poo cream, a Balilla-second, or a piss-your-pants monster. You fucking child, grow up and write something about other than how stupid you are. Fuck it up. All right, that's one fucker. Just another minute.
Jesus.
I'm cutting it short as it is. Hey, my biggest fucking... Thank you.
Oh my God!
Kevin Brennan. I don't know what it is about Kevin Brennan that makes me hate him so much. Perhaps his bubbly personality or his friendly demeanor. Perhaps it's the way he always says hello to everyone and always has a kind word to say. Or perhaps it's the fact that he has a little brother who is more successful in the comedy business than he is. Let me ask you something, Kevin. When you guys flipped a coin a decade ago to decide who would try to be funny and who would kiss Dave Chappelle's ass, who did you think won the coin toss then? Sherrod Small.
Oh, jeez.
Good evening, sir.
I like you, Ben.
I like you too.
Everybody else, I'm kicking their ass.
No one in the business has a stronger hand of race cards and relationship aces than Sherrod Small. Even Tony Rock is less likely to pull one out during a dispute with, say, a bartender or a club booker.
Yes!
You two guys are doing awfully well, awfully early on. I just have one question for you both. Would you be getting so many spots if you were related to Artie? And speaking of hacky come-latelys, will somebody tell Kyle Grooms that being a comic in Florida doesn't mean shit here in New York? If you sounded any more like Dave Chappelle, you'd have to change your stage name to Snively McDaniel. Wouldn't it be interesting to watch Kyle build a successful career around Dave's character voice, only to find out in the end that it was all a revenge plot carefully crafted by Tony Woods? This must be... All right. I only had one more thing. Oh, Todd Barry, here we go. Todd, I've never known anyone whose head looked more like a giant testicle. Too bad you're not a prop comic. I know you'd never use props. It's beneath you. You'd rather maintain your integrity by slowly whispering the audience into a deep, deep sleep. And then waiting around nervously to see if any of the waitresses are drunk enough to go home with you. In a word, sir, you are icky. Sue Costello, you used to be known by the sitcom that bore your name. Now you are simply known as Chris Mazzilli's girlfriend. But that's not all bad. Chris is the owner of a very successful restaurant. All right, a very successful comedy club, too. In fact, Chris Manny is here tonight. If you go to the bathroom, I recommend taking your drink with you. And speaking of the Comedy Cellar, it is rumored that Barry Katz has recently threatened the Comedy Cellar by saying, I can hurt the Comedy Cellar. What do you plan to do, Barry? Start managing it?